Hello and welcome to Long Live the Queen. I picked this up the other day and this is like a weird little game, which just has you figuring out which classes you have to take, which it sounds a bit weird. There's no actually controlling the character or anything like that, it's literally just sort of stat management, but it's a lot darker than than you seem to think it might be. There are so many ways to die. It's ridiculous. I've died like 3 times already and I've hardly played anything. So, just gonna give it another look, see where I get to this time. Start again, rather than somewhere else. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. Well, thank you for that, that's nice. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. Well, that's nice of you then. You'll learn quickly and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. It's not what mother would have wanted. So her mum's dead. She was the queen and now she's dead, and you're the princess. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. Well, that's a fair point. I'm assuming she probably wouldn't want to. No, she wouldn't. But sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us. On you. I will be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. I have played this before, so I'll skip all the intro stuff. But basically, we've got here is her mood, and that will affect how well she can learn different things. So if she's angry, she's better at learning militaristic things, and if she's depressed, she's good at learning expression and animal handling. Yeah, this screen looks a little bit confusing the first time that you look at it, but it does get a bit easier to understand as you go along. So you've got all these different kinds of skills. So you've got social skills here, which are like things around the court and speaking to other people, how people see you. You've got physical skills down here, which of course, agility, weapons, athletics, animal handling, which I don't really know how that's a physical one, but I guess handling them. You've got intellectual ones with history, intrigue, medicine, economics, military. And mystical with faith and lumen is like the kind of magic in this. You find out more about that later, so I'll just leave that for now. But find that each of these has like penalties and bonuses depending on what mood you're in. So you can see here that at the moment she's not going to do as well in royal demeanour because she's depressed. And conversation, she really doesn't want to speak to people, so it's going to be even worse. But there are some things that she gets bonuses from that, so she likes spending time with the animals because she's upset. Yeah, so throughout the game, there are loads of different opportunities for you to pass different tests, and they just sort of pop up on the screen, so the only way that you can know that you failed one is if it pops up. And if you have a high enough skill in one of these areas, then you can pass the test and something different will happen. So the only way you can see everything is by maxing out all of these at different times. So I know, for example, there's going to be one soon where we're going to fail a poison test. It's not going to kill me, but you just don't realise that the poison is maybe as bad as it could be. Spoilers. But yeah, this time I'm going to try and go for more militaristic stuff because I haven't done any of that really yet. So let's see if I die or not. So you choose 2 classes, one for the morning and one for the evening, and she'll study that for the week, and then the week will go. And I think it's when it gets up to here, when you go all the way around. I forget how many weeks it is, but it's your coronation. And the aim of the game, basically, is to stay alive until your coronation. And then you find out afterwards how good a ruler you were, and whether the kingdom does well under your rule, or whether you just suck. So, let's see, what do I want to learn first? Like I said, I want to go for more militaristic stuff. But I don't really think there's much point in putting in straight away here. Ooh, decisions. Let's go for some. Let's go for some intrigue, because that's often helpful. Because you just don't know what anyone's up to. Whether anyone's against you. And put a bit in dogs, animal handling. Because I can. Until you have children of your own, your maternal uncle, the Duke of Merva, is next in line for the crown, and after him would be his daughter, your cousin Charlotte. It's me. You visit the kennels and learn about different breeds of dogs. So you can see down here, it's increased by 15. So that's our overall skill, and it maxes out at 100, of course. And we've got a bonus because we're depressed at the moment, which is a bit rude. What's all that noise outside? Who's here? Oh, it's my cousins, and my aunt and uncle. Darling, we're so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia. It's a bit of an odd name. Thank you. Sounds like Fidelity. You look well, niece. Hi, Elodie. Hi, Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep, Mummy said we'll be here all month. Good for you. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. So there you go, there's one cheerful, so she's slightly less depressed now, because her cousin's staying for a while. And this is the bit where you can sort of choose what mood you're going for. So all of these things do different things, so this will make her more yielding, that's it, more lonely and more cheerful. So these bars will change, that'll go up, this will go down, and this will go down as well. I want to know if there are any that'll make her angry, because I'm going for the more militaristic one. Not at the moment. So let's just try and make her less depressed right now. Spend the weekend holed up alone in your room with your favourite toys. It's childish, but you feel a little bit better. Well, that's good. Want her to be much happier than she is at the moment. See, now it's all gone up a little bit and these have gone down, but that's fine. So what can we do at the moment? So there's a bonus to agility and a bonus to faith. Oh, there's actually a penalty to military, which is what I'm trying to go for, but never mind. So I would say that these two, Royal Demeanour and Conversation, if you want to survive, are actually pretty good. Because there are things like, I'm going to put some in agility, because, you know, reflexes, keeping out of people's way if something goes wrong, which in this game it probably will at some point. But they're pretty good, because composure especially as well. Because when foreign, like, dignitaries or whatever, or people within your court are trying to rile you up, if you've got the composure to deal with it, then you don't push yourself into a situation that you wouldn't want to be in. Like, in one playthrough that I did, she didn't have enough composure to, like, withstand someone's insults and tried to execute him. And then, of course, no one listened to her and she was forced to marry off and she lost her throne, basically. So that didn't end up well. She lost, like, all power and was married off to some guy. So composure is pretty good because it means that she can hold her tongue and, like, not retaliate against things that she doesn't have to, which is annoying when you don't get the choice to just leave it. I also want to go for presence in this one because, you know, people who are quite strong and tough in battle have quite a presence, so she can just, like, stare everyone down and creep them out. But I can't do anything in weapons. I don't know if I need weapons for that. I can't do anything in military. So I'm gonna learn some foreign intelligence, I think. So that I know what's going on outside the country too. Your teacher walks around you, prodding a finger at you slowly in order to train you in blocking those touches without triggering fear or faster breathing. Just poking her for a week. You are too afraid to focus properly on the subject right now. But it has gone up. A little bit. What's that commotion outside? Father, what's going on? I've come to pay my respects in honour of your mother. You have no respect or honour. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I am a lumen, as was she, and like every lumen, I am willing to give my life if necessary to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That's for the Crown Princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you. Okay, so basically, the Lumen are kind of like magic users in this world. They each have a crystal, which is the Lumen crystal, which allows them to use their powers, and your mother was one, but it seems it killed her somehow, and so of course her dad is a bit distrusting. And then this woman has come, I've forgotten her name already, or what her title was, but she comes along and she's basically like, I can teach you about being a Lumen, or whatever. And everyone so far, I have let her stay. But because I want to see what happens, I'm going to arrest her, because I'm going to be a militaristic, take all of the meaner options kind of person in this one. You are a traitor to the crown and I ought to have you executed. Good start. Guards, arrest her. Throw her into the castle dungeons and let her rot. I'm going to be so mean. Well, I suppose she won't be a problem anymore. Great. Don't know if that was a good choice or not, because now that's basically ruled out learning Lumen, but I guess you gotta do things like this to see everything in games like this, even the choices that you don't particularly want to do. So, is there anything that will make me angry? I can make myself less depressed. That might be good. Though she's still afraid, isn't she? What do I want to learn this time? I'm gonna learn a little bit of court manners, because that helps, so that you know what people are talking about. And I'm gonna do some more reflexes. Where is it? Just in case someone tries to, like, stab me, I can get out of the way. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank, and when to extend your hand to another. All nobles expect their due honours. You practice with a jump rope to increase the speed of your footwork. You practice solo tennis, hitting a ball against the ball repeatedly in order to train your hand and eye to react. Oh, this one's good, because now I can play sports, and sports actually increases anger. So that's handy. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really. I just like to play with the flowers. Me too. You gather your skirts and prepare to sit down, when all of a sudden a hissing noise alerts you to a hidden danger. A snake! Charlotte, don't move. With your quick reflexes, you grab a forked stick and manage to flick the snake away from you and your cousin. Eek! Get away, you horrible thing! You stomp loudly on the ground and the snake slithers off into the distance. What is going on out here? Mummy, there was a snake! What was a snake doing in the royal gardens? This is completely unacceptable. You could have been killed. Elodie scared it off. That's not good enough. I can't have my daughter remaining in such a dangerous place. We're returning home to Merva at once. Oh, hang on. I saved her. Aww. So now she's gone. Now, if you let the Lumen woman, I'm just going to call her the Lumen woman, if you let her stay, she would have actually attacked the snake for you. But if you didn't have enough composure to stay still, she wouldn't have been able to get to it in time, and you would have triggered its movement, and it would have attacked Charlotte, and she would have been poisoned. So, it's probably good that I put my reflexes up, because she wasn't there, and if I didn't have good reflexes, it would have probably bitten me, and I'd be dead already. But, yes, see? So I want to make myself more angry, and also make me less lonely, which is good. Take to the court for a few games of tennis. Feel the thrill of competition. The music gets quite rousing. There we go. Look, I'm a little bit more angry. So I've got a bonus to weapons and military. But I've got a penalty to royal demeanour, expression, animal handling, and medicine. So let's hope I don't get ill anytime soon. I'm going to see if she can still learn some royal demeanour, though, because it is important. And it would be annoying to have to keep swapping it out. Let's learn some military strategy, shall we? Here we go. I'm too angry to focus on the subject right now, but I did get a little bit. It's not hardly anything. You study the strengths and weaknesses of different weapons in battle formations. Okay, so now that's much better. That's what we like. The castle seems quieter with Charlotte, Emery and Zara and their parents gone. Never saw the others. Didn't even know they were there. It's certainly not empty though. It seems like we get more servants every day. You look very happy about that. Let's just make you quite angry again. So let's summon this. I want to learn pole arms because they're pretty cool, to be honest. And naval strategy. You learn about a variety of long weapons, from the quarterstaff to the spear to the halberd and glaive. You learn that the sea is not something you hold, it is something you travel across. Naval strategy ensures your free travel while denying it to your enemies. One of the maids approaches for your attention. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. That's nice. We have a Duke of Sedna? So you see, because I don't really know anything about foreign affairs, or anything outside of our borders. She doesn't really know anything, does she, bless her? I failed the test, and I didn't know that we had a Duke of Sedna, or probably that there is even a place called Sedna. No, my lady, the Duchy of Sedna is in Talas. They've brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences on the death of. Deeply regret. Best wishes. Oh, what a beautiful necklace! It might not be appropriate for me to wear a man's gift in public, though. People would think it meant something. You see, because she understands a little bit about court manners, she knows that she probably shouldn't be wearing that about, otherwise everyone will think that she's accepted his offer of proposal, basically. And in the first one I did, I didn't have enough court manners, and she just put it on, and people thought that they were going to get married, which was a whoops. So I'm not going to wear it. It's important to maintain the proper image. I don't know how I made it more yielding, but never mind. I thought I would have made it more willful. I mean, like, I'm not marrying you. Whoops, that's not the one I meant to click on. Never mind. Oh look, I can get some more royal demeanour. It's a penalty to weapons. So no weapons for the moment. Let's put some in presents, because we haven't done any of that yet, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be pretty good. Let's learn some history. Everyone needs to know some history. You practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at yourself in a mirror. Young as you are, you're a queen of the blood. You were your mother's daughter. You were a force to be reckoned with. You read about the history of your domain. Hundreds of years ago, Nova was at the centre of a great empire, spanning the length of the western coast as well as a few island territories. Over time, your influence has waned. Oh, well, that's not great, is it? So we're not as strong as we used to be. That woman, the priestess, keeps staring at me. What do you want? Your destiny will find you, even if you run from it. You were born to wield the power of a lumen. See, here's the lumen again. Maybe you can learn it without her. Maybe she helps. What do you know about that? The power was your mother's and the kings and queens before her. It's your right and your responsibility to defend your domain. I have seen signs of the future. Danger is coming. Without that power, this land is defenceless. Well, what am I supposed to do about it? The Duchess of Ursa will teach you, if you set her free. But she never harmed your mother. They were friends. It's only because she bears the power of a lumen so openly that your father rejects her. That's a bit mean. But I'm not going to free her, because I'm angry. This is all a trick to get the traitor released. I won't listen to you. And an idiot, apparently. But never mind. Gotta do it. What will this do? 1 angry minus... No, I don't want that. Let's make her less lonely as well. Feel the thrill. Yeah, so she's angry again. So let's get some more this and some more logistics. Yeah, I haven't done any logistics yet. Where am I clicking? There we go. One thing I keep doing by accident is I keep only changing one of them and thinking that I've changed both. So I'll set one and then I'll set the same lesson again. So I end up having the last lesson twice, which is a little bit stupid. You practice walking while carrying a long weapon, getting the feel for its size and weight and learning to maneuver without banging it into anything unintentionally. You learn the basic stances, grips and positions for staff fighting, and learn how to block a blow without crushing your fingers. Well, that's a good thing to learn, I think. Crushing your fingers might not be the best of ideas. You learn about the types and amounts of food required for an army on the march, and how long they will remain edible. Good, don't want it going off. As you're walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down holding a towering pile of linen. You swiftly step aside and let her pass. See, so because I've got some reflexes, I managed to get out of her way in time and didn't send her clattering down the stairs with all of the stuff, which is probably good. You return to your rooms, but you have barely settled when someone knocks on the door. A visiting noble wishes to speak with you. Does he? Or she? I'm going to assume it's a he. Who is it? The Duke Consort of Mead. Of course it is. He's probably trying to get the throne. If I remember right, he's the brother of the Duchess of Ursel. Oh, shit. He might be a little bit annoyed that I've put his sister in jail. You follow your father downstairs to greet your guest. Your Highness, thank you for meeting with me in this difficult time. Yeah, he must be, because he's all blue like she is. I come to you on behalf of the people of Ursel, who have been left without a protector. Commoners require governance and leadership, or they fall into chaos. You want me to free your sister, the Duchess? I wish for Ursel to have a leader. If my sister has displeased you, then I stand willing to serve. If you prefer Juliana in that position, then yes, free her. It is, of course, your decision. Well, I'm going to give her title to her brother because that's the kind of person that I am in this. Fine then, you can be Duke of Ursel. On behalf of our people, I thank you for your wisdom. I don't know how that's wisdom, but now I can leave Juliana locked up forever and no one will care. Oh, that's so mean. I'm such a horrible person. More angry. Just make her more angry. Oh god, look at her face. She is so pissed. But, yeah. So I think I'll leave it there for now. That's just a little look into the game. Not much has actually happened so far, dramatic-wise. I mean, there was the snake. But things do get heated towards the end, and more things are likely to kill you. But the problem is you have no idea where they are, and you only know where they are when you fail the test. So it's really just a game of trial and error. See what works where, and try out different builds of character, I'd say. Air quotes there that you can't see. Builds. Yeah, so just keep going for different things and see what happens. I really like it. It's really fun just to have a look at all the things you can do and just to try learning them, see what mistakes you make. Some of the deaths are quite ridiculous. One of them, she pushed an arrow into herself because she thought, oh yeah, you push the arrow through you and it comes out the other side and then you pull it out. Because she didn't have battle medicine, so she ended up impaling her own internal organs with the arrow. So, a little bit dark, like I said. It doesn't look like it would be dark, does it? But there's like betrayals and stuff like that, and there's a load of Steam achievements, which is cool, so I'm probably gonna try and get some of those. Like, one of them is die in 5 ways, or something like that, so you can see what kind of game it is. But I hope you enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I might even put some more up on my channel or whatever, because, you know, I just want an excuse to play it. So, thank you, and I'll see you again. Bye!